Harry Potter is a story about a young boy who learns that he is the orphan child of two wizards and that Harry possesses magical powers himself. Harry Potter lives with his crabby aunt and uncle who refuse to believe in magic. Harry attends Hogwarts, a school in Scotland of witchcraft and wizardry, where Harry learns more about his magical powers, develops friendships, and learns the truth about his parents. As Harry grows up, he becomes very valuable in the fate of the wizard world. The Harry Potter franchise began simply with books. Author J.K. Rowling published the first book of the series, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, in 1997. The books turned into films, and in 2001, Rowling's first book was turned into a film directed by Chris Columbus. There are 7 books and 8 films. The last book, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, split into 2 movies, the last one being released in 2011. Most people who know the Harry Potter series are familiar with the books or films, or they have heard a few of the main characters' names. Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, Ron Weasley, Dumbledore, and He Who Shall Not Be Named, also known as Lord Voldemort. It is a fantasy story with lots of twists, turns, surprises, and most of all, magic. It is a series written for kids that many adults actually enjoy as well. J.K. Rowling created this story with the desire of writing about a child who escapes from the confines of the adult world and goes somewhere where he has power, both literally and metaphorically. The Harry Potter films are available around the globe, but are especially popular in the US, Canada, Brazil, as well as most of Europe. The books have been published in 200 countries and 80 languages, equaling out to about 500 million printed books, according to wizardingworld.com. YouGov.com says that just in America, 18% of Americans surveyed have read the entire Harry Potter series, and 31% have read at least one book. These numbers significantly increase for young adults as well as in regards to the films. All 8 films are available for streaming on Peacock Premium and are available to purchase on Amazon Prime Video. But several DVD packs of the movies are still being sold at Target, Walmart, and on Amazon. J.K. Rowling was sitting on a delayed train from Manchester to London King's Cross when she formed the idea of Harry Potter. King's Cross is a significant location in the series known as Platform 9 3/4, the magical train station hidden at the train station of the real world that takes the students to Hogwarts. There are several board games that have been created based off the Harry Potter series. Online, there's a game that takes place entirely on the train and allows players to operate a character and perform spells. At Universal Studios, this train has been replicated into a real train ride that contains visual shadows and audio of the characters you can hear in the next cart over. The train station has also been replicated at Epic Systems, a software company in Madison, Wisconsin. They have an entire Harry Potter campus, and the lunchroom is set up as the train station. The Harry Potter series exists in several different forms of multimedia, or different mediums. The books themselves contain graphic images and drawings on the cover, and the inside of the books contain text. The Harry Potter films include tons of animation, graphics, sound, and video. Audiences interact with these entertainment-based mediums by reading the books and watching the films, but there are more mediums than just these. One example of multimedia in the series are moving pictures. The images and newspapers in the film are similar to GIFs, often displaying a wanted wizard, and these images are often accompanied by text, informing the audience about a story or a certain individual. We see this same picture within a picture in the living quarters at Hogwarts through animated portraits on the wall. At Universal Studios, real moving portraits like these can be seen while waiting in line for a ride. Online, you can even customize your own portrait. There's an entire world of websites and online games dedicated to Harry Potter. Another popular multimedia in the series is the sorting into different houses. There are 4 Harry Potter houses: Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin, each which represent different characteristics. In the films, a magical hat is placed on top of a new student's head before blurting out what house that student belongs to. In the books, we gain a closer perspective at Harry's thoughts while the hat is deciding his house. He thinks to himself, "Not Slytherin, not Slytherin," and the hat actually speaks back to him. We read that when the hat is placed on Draco Malfoy's head, one of Harry's enemies, that the hat barely touches his head before it blurts out Slytherin. Fans are so curious when it comes to the question, what Harry Potter house am I? Well, tons of online quizzes have been created that take into account your values and preferences in life that will tell you what house you belong to. On the website Pottermore, there is a choose your own adventure game where decisions you make will eventually lead to what house you belong to. Being in the same house connects people, both online and in real life. The concept of the sorting hat created by J.K. Rowling is multimedia because it exists in several different mediums. Harry Potter is special to me for a couple of reasons. I was exposed to the multimedia of Harry Potter before I ever read a single book or watched a film. When I was in high school, my dance team always attended nationals in Orlando, Florida at Universal Studios. Universal has its own special Harry Potter world, where I got to try butterbeer, a real drink based off of J.K. Rowling's writing. I went into makeshift wand shops, saw families walking around in wizard robes, and rode Harry Potter themed rides where I saw animated elements of the story for the first time. My favorite was a virtual broom ride that felt like you were flying all around Hogwarts. It was all so cool to me, and I didn't know anything about the series. Harry Potter World became pretty special to me, even though I still didn't know any real background of the story. That is, until the COVID-19 pandemic began and we went on lockdown. I was stuck at home when one day I noticed the entire book collection of Harry Potter sitting inside of a junk basket. In my ultimate boredom, I decided to sit outside and read the first Harry Potter book. Unexpectedly, I found myself obsessively interested in the twists and turns that Rowling wrote, and I raved about it so much that my mom decided to read it too. We read the entire Harry Potter series, talked about the books, and watched each movie after we had both finished a book. The Harry Potter franchise greatly contributes to the role of multimedia in culture and society today. Its main purpose is entertainment, which it achieves through the books, films, games, and quizzes. Part of multimedia is gaining certain perspectives from different mediums that one medium cannot entirely provide. The books are written so descriptively that the reader can imagine the setting and characters for themselves, but the films allow the audience to gain a broader sense of the danger Harry is in at certain moments by actually viewing it on the screen. Games can help illustrate the story to people who have never read a Harry Potter book before. The main focus of Harry Potter multimedia is to entertain, but different mediums provide different forms of entertainment. Some are more visual, some are more conceptual, and some are more interactive.